Hey guys, welcome to the Cosy Couch.
Ah, you fucked it straight off the bat. Straight off the bat.
Hey guys, welcome to the Cosy Couch.
Yo,
I'm Nick.
I'm Richard.
Right, and well, you're probably wondering what is the Cosy Couch. Basically, it's an entertainment podcast focused mainly around games and movies.
Yeah.
More so games. The games we love, the games you love, all the sort of stuff we want to talk about. We'll go over the news for the past week or two. You know, all the exciting stuff. Not that boring stuff. You know,
Yeah.
like stuff that-
Basically, just the things that we've picked out of the news that we want to talk about. Because a lot of podcasts will give you all the news for a week, which is fair enough. A lot of people kind of like that stuff. But we want to focus on things that are more entertaining to us, more interesting to us. Not, some CEO from Activision has left and got a job at some other company. We don't
make it in.
Yeah, exactly. We don't care about that stuff. It's things that are interesting to us. You know what we want to talk about.
What we deem worthy.
Yeah, primarily games because that's all we ever do. We just sit and play. Well, we have jobs, but we play games.
It's what we do.
Yeah, we watch films, but we don't know the first thing about films, so we'll just talk about what we liked about it. You know, we'll give films kind of reviews. We'll talk about news for films we're interested in.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be like, director Javier so and so is making something. Fuck knows what that is. You know, if they're making like a
unless it's really good.
yeah, if they're like if this guy's making like a Fallout film, I'll talk about it then because
yeah.
it's Fallout. But no, other than that, you know, we'll talk about what we need to.
So if you like that, I think that's something you'd be interested in. You know, please like us, please subscribe.
Yeah.
Please watch us. You know,
We're
support's
gonna
always good.
start on YouTube, try and hopefully get it onto the iTunes podcast system. We'll figure all this out as we go. We do not know how to do this. You know, we're basically doing
We are
this.
just winging it.
Yeah, totally winging it using iPhones.
If they're professional, they're just like, oh god,
Yeah,
we're sorry, but
we know this isn't going to be good. Anyway, right.
Shall we crack on?
Yeah, we'll just crack on. Just get straight on to our news / talking points. I've got six kind of things for us to talk about here. The first one,
as Greg Miller would say, a baker's dozen.
yeah, a baker's that. Yeah, exactly. And we are allowed to say that because they are our inspiration,
Yes.
as you like. So.
Long fans.
Yeah, big time. So anyway, point number one, Mass Effect Andromeda. Not a Mass Effect number 4, a game we're all waiting on. We were told it was going to come 2016. It's been pushed back into first quarter of 2017. And the quote comes from the EA's Chief Financial Officer, Blake Jorgensen. He says, "We've got a great year ahead. We've got our Battlefield first-person shooter coming in third quarter, and our third-party title that Respawn, our partner, built. So referring to Titanfall, they're going to bring out the second title for that. So they've got both the first-person shooters kind of taking up that side of the market. They've got Mirror's Edge Catalyst, and then obviously Mass Effect. So they just feel that, you know, it doesn't really need to be at the end quarter of the year. They've got a lot going on as it is.
Yeah.
Why
absolutely.
why put Mass Effect out? So I mean, how do you feel about this? It's not necessarily a delay. Fair enough, they said it was coming out 2016, but I don't think they never really put a date on it.
No, they didn't. But it's a good thing because EA does saturate the market a lot, and I'm a fan of EA. Right?
Yeah.
I don't think they're the worst company in the world. It's a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
worse
that's
than that.
I think that's a very unfair. I know people like to do that, but
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, they're very money greedy, you know, but
they're getting better.
they're
I give them their
yeah.
dues. They are getting better, but I think there's worse companies out there. Look at
absolutely.
Konami being pretty much number one. Capcom, they're another one. Yeah, they're bringing out games, but it's all remasters. In fact, that's another thing. I've not got it on this list, but I will bring that up later, and we'll jump back to Capcom.
Right, cool.
But yeah, so that doesn't really bother you.
No, not at all. I mean, I've played half of the Mass Effect trilogy.
Yeah.
Still need to go back and finish it.
Well,
Yeah, so
and
just
that
give
way
them
it
more
kind of
time.
gives you time
Yeah.
to go back.
I know
So-
a lot of fans are waiting, but a delay can only mean good things. I mean, if they need more time to finish the game, make it look better, prettier, polish it up, then go for it.
Yeah,
You know?
take all the time you need. I mean, I played Mass Effect 1, 2, 3, cannot wait for 4. But at the same time, I'm like, well, there's a whole load of other games out there that I'm waiting to play. So as long as I know I've got that to look forward to, and it is coming. It's not like, oh, we've cancelled it. You know, I'll wait. I'll wait a bit longer. That doesn't bother me. So we're all right with that.
Yeah. No, we're all right. What's the other games you talked about there?
We've got Mirror's Edge, Catalyst. I wasn't the biggest Mirror's Edge fan.
It made me feel sick.
Honest.
Like I get motion
sickness. I could see how you would get that. I just thought it was too complex. There's probably people out there thought, you know, that was dead easy, but no, I found it quite
really
complex.
Good concept.
Yeah. Battlefield, which rumoured to be a World War One shooter. Do you hear about this?
Yep, I'm actually very excited about that.
So am I.
I mean, we went through a stage at the start that's pretty much all first-person shooters was World War games.
Mm-hmm.
We moved away from that to the more modern side, but
yeah,
it'd be good to go back again.
That was Call of Duty kicked that off with Modern Warfare. Don't get me wrong, there's probably a few other modern day shooters, but that was the one that went, nah, do you know what? Fuck this World War stuff we're doing. We've seen it all now.
Well, we did have the Battlefield 2043, was it?
1946.
No, the futuristic one.
Oh yeah, we had that as well, but I kind of like that idea because look at the graphics now. I mean, look at Battlefront. Best example we have. Perfect representation of Star Wars.
Yes.
They really nailed that. We haven't had a World War game in so long. World War One, bit of a weird thing. But you know, they had They still had people on horseback.
I think I know why they're doing it, because Battlefield's always been a massive fan of the destruction. So can you imagine like being
Levolution, as they call it.
Just imagine being in a small town, like fighting near a church, and the church gets brought down by like an airstrike or a tank or something. That's amazing.
That would be cool.
So good.
And I suppose you just had like the trenches, gas warfare as well.
Yeah.
Particle effects for gas could be really good. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do with it, but that would be cool. Yep. Titanfall 2. Now that I am looking forward to that.
Hoping it's multi-platform.
And me being an Xbox fanboy, I had Titanfall. Amazing. I mean, although you're our PlayStation guy, as it were.
Played a ton.
You played Titanfall a ton when you were over here. So yeah, I mean EA's got it locked up. So
Aye.
Mass Effect, totally different game, obviously, but no.
I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, I'm excited for it too. So number 2, we have Remedy has revealed that Quantum Break's live action sequences will not be on the disc. They are going to be streamed in from, I don't know where, some server they've got. But the reason being is these cutscenes aren't just like Halo kind of did a similar thing. Its CGI stuff came from the Halo channel, I'm sure, which was a bit of a nuisance because it was long load times, but I think it
didn't
was
always work.
Yeah, if you.
When it did though.
Yeah, if you hit the button to go back to old Halo 2, there was a weird delay. They were not synced up the way they should be. The reason for this is because Remedy have, in the game, there's going to be certain points you get to, say it's, here's this guy, do you want to kill him or do you want to let him live? And you're like, alright, okay, I'll kill him. Then the cutscene, it's live actors, it'll come on and it'll be relevant to you because you killed this guy, whereas you could play through it and let that guy live. You'll then get a different TV experience than I would. So they've filmed loads of different scenarios for different events, and I think just to put all of that on the disc would just take up a whole ton of space.
Yeah.
So they've just said, stream it in. I don't know what happens if you're playing offline. God only knows what's going to happen there.
It seems it's going to be another one of those online only games.
Well, I don't think it is because it's a single player game. It just doesn't come on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really know.
But,
yeah, I don't know how they're going to work that, but that's okay to me. I can imagine there'll be people out there that are like, oh, it's not all on the disc. But if it's going to,
as long as they're not charging for this.
Oh no, this is part of the game. It just streams in from somewhere else. So yeah, I'm fine with that as well.
I mean, you might have to wait to see the full story, but if it is this super polished, amazingly acted, well scripted thing, then I'm on board for it.
Yeah, from what I've seen, I mean, I've seen a good bit of gameplay. Just here and there. IGN, for example, they've put a lot of stuff on recently. I think it was like 55 minutes of gameplay. It looks great. As I said to you earlier on, you kind of look like the Flash. You've got, you know, you don't exactly run super fast, but the fact you can freeze time, you can boost over to people, it looks really good.
Yeah.
And their pedigree with Alan Wake was astounding. That was a really, really well done game.
Yeah, they clearly know what they're doing. So.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. So, and they've had plenty of time. I think it's gone gold already.
Right.
So that, you know, that will be here before we know it. So no, that's fine by me. Topic number 3. Star Wars The Force Awakens actor John Boyega, who, if you've not seen the film, he plays a stormtrooper and it then becomes a kind of main character. He has quizzed EA about the possibility of an offline campaign for the players. He thinks, you know, what better way to learn the controls, which I completely agree with.
Yeah.
You know, how do you feel about that? 'Cause you own Battlefront. I don't. I've played the trial and EA access,
I mean,
but
there is a lot of things in place for single player, with the tutorial and learning how to play the heroes, and there's the I can't remember what it's called. It's the wave-based survival mode.
I think it is actually just called survival. If I'm honest.
But again, you have to be connected online, I'm sure, to play that. I mean, I'm always online, so I don't 100% know, but I'm pretty sure you do have to be online to play that mode.
Well, maybe not. Well,
you can do
I know
yourself.
you can do local play. I know
Yeah,
that you and another person can play it, but yeah, you might be right. I'm not sure if you can actually access that.
I'd need to actually discount my console and try it. So I'll try that, and if I'm wrong, I'll come back and say. But no, it's an excellent idea. I mean, we played the original Battlefront, so loved the campaign. Told the side of the story from the stormtroopers with when they turned their back on the Jedi. It was good to see that point of view. You know, you felt they were more human.
It's more engaging. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's by no means it was not the best campaign in the world. It's not like, oh my god, Last of Us storytelling, you know. But it was really good, and I was really disappointed to hear that not just this game. A lot of games are guilty of this recently. I mean, Rainbow Six for a start. We loved Vegas.
Yeah.
Took the story out of that, and Titanfall did not have a story where the campaign was worked into the multiplayer, if you can call that a campaign. You know.
Yeah.
Really lacking in kind of story, and I just feel Battlefront could nail a good story. That game looks incredible.
Yeah.
If you were to add a story,
beautiful.
you add a story into that it looks. It could be incredible.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I mean, it's just disappointing. Like, obviously, companies are really trying to push the whole online thing.
Yeah. To
make the experience better, which I understand, but you got to look. Not everyone's got the best internet. Not everyone's got that access to super fast broadband to enable you that smooth online play. So they do need to do more for.
Yeah,
local play and single player.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain things like...
Because they took local play out of Rainbow Six.
They took local play out of Halo.
Yeah, that's the biggest surprise.
Yeah, Halo doesn't bother me as much, right? Because Halo is a massive... I suppose it does bother me. You know, I'm thinking of the multiplayer. No, the campaign.
We grew up playing on a couch together, you know.
Yeah, well, I suppose Cosy Couch. That's how this all came. That's how this all came about.
Yeah,
we started streaming something on Twitch. I think it was the Master Chief Collection, which has local play. The Twitch name was the Cosy Couch, just for a laugh. That's somehow now become the name of our podcast. Fair enough. But no, I mean, I would like to see an offline campaign mode. I'd rather that, you know, before we start getting local play. I understand local play is a dead thing. These people don't make.
Is it though?
Well, not for everyone, not for people like us, but these people must be looking at numbers. They must be doing surveys and saying, do you know what? Not a lot of people are using this feature. Do we really want to waste the manpower and time on this? And potentially have a delay in the game because we've not worked on other things, or do we want to just focus on, no, it's just you on your TV, you can play online with your friends, no problem, but we're not going to waste the time to have to split what two different people on the same TV are seeing, because I know that it must be a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah, it just makes me wish that I'm not sure if it was actually released. It was like prototype TV Sony developed, I'm sure.
Is this the 3D thing?
Yeah.
And one person sees one screen? Yeah, that.
And you see the other just by using the glasses.
Yeah, that would be cool, but I mean, not every game's gonna. They're not gonna build local play just to utilise. Oh, if you have this Sony TV, well, guess what? Your life's getting brilliant.
It's a dream.
Yeah, that is the dream. So yeah, I mean, if they had that in, that'd be great. Apart, I think EA did kind of respond to him, but it would be one of those vague things like, oh, we might add it in.
But it's good they've got a high-profile person to talk about it.
Yeah, especially someone who's in the film.
Yeah,
that's the kind of person you want.
They listen to their fans. Well,
yes,
they do. Yeah, let's be honest.
They're getting better. They are getting better.
They're going to listen to this guy. What's his name again? Sorry.
John Boyega.
John Boyega. We're going to listen to John Boyega even more.
So. Yeah, I think so because he's going to have a lot of fans behind him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Talking point number 4, Hello Games No Man's Sky finally has a release date. Me being an Xbox guy, very jealous. This is not coming to. Well, it's not official, but it's not coming to Xbox. Official. I mean, it's a PlayStation exclusive.
Probably.
It's not even a PlayStation exclusive. It's come to PC as well. Yeah, so I reckon it will come to Xbox. It's one of these things they're just not allowed to talk about it now.
It was like the Tomb Raider fiasco. They said it was an exclusive, then it turned out to be a year exclusive. So
yeah, but that
could be the same thing.
That from the get-go was one of those things that people were like, "Whoa, that's a bit kind of vague," because the original did come out on PlayStation as well. And Phil Spencer, I listened to a podcast recently. He was on and he says he actually regrets the way that went over. He took all that feedback back. Like I don't think they'll make that mistake again of saying this is exclusive when it's actually timed. I think there'll be a lot more honesty now. Anyway, the release date has been announced. It's going to hit PlayStation 4 June 21st in North America, June 24th in Europe. So that's only a few months away.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about that?
Really surprised. I was expecting maybe September, October maybe.
Yeah, well, my thought on it was I kind of agree with a lot of people on this will launch when PlayStation VR launches.
Yeah. And
that this will be their big, this game's coming. But if they're released, well, we don't know when PlayStation VR is getting released.
No.
Do we? No, I don't think a release date's been announced yet. But if this game comes out before VR, what better way to get it out there by saying buy No Man's Sky now, and it will work with VR. It's a big PlayStation VR game, so you can buy it now. You can have the game. You can start exploring, play the game normally. Then once PlayStation VR comes out, whenever you want to buy it, it's like you're reigniting No Man's Sky again. You're playing it. And it's the same game you already played.
Yeah.
But guess what? Now it's in VR and it's like 10 times better.
Yeah.
It's a good way to do it. Get it out there.
If you don't know what No Man's Sky is, go and look it up.
Yeah, that's it. The best thing we can say is YouTube, No Man's Sky, and just watch everything for it. This game,
it will blow your mind. This game looks incredible.
Yeah, it looks. I kind of was listening to a podcast recently about it where they were talking about how there's not going to be multiplayer, that which surprised me. I wasn't sure about this. I thought you could go into the same universe as your friend and meet up with them.
That's what I thought as
well.
Yeah,
apparently that's not the case. There's a lot of online connectivity via if you go to a planet that, say I went to a planet you had discovered, it would come up saying, so your friend discovered
and you
this.
can name it whatever you want.
Yeah, which is cool. So, I mean, I like that idea, but he was very much of the mind that no, we want you to go out. It's not like Fallout. You can build a settlement. You'll put roots down there. They don't want that. They don't want you to be able to build anything. They want you to go. The whole point of the game is to explore. They don't want you to stay in one place. So they're like, right, now go out, explore the whole universe. Apparently it's going to be quite rare for you to actually find a planet someone else has already found.
Yeah.
That's a bold claim.
At least for the first few months, give it a year.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a lot more common.
So that, like I said, bold claim, rare planets, with a bit of a kind of issue with recording there in case you're wondering why all of a sudden things have changed.
Just about.
Yeah, exactly.
We're fixed.
Like I say, still new to this kind of thing. So anyway, but no, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it comes to Xbox.
Yeah.
There's also going to be a limited edition release as well. And what does it contain? It includes a steelbook, a comic, an art book, codes for some digital stuff, and a nice slipcase. Apparently only 10,000 copies going to be made available of that though. But then again, I don't think you really need to care about a limited edition for this game.
No.
I think you just want the game.
No, absolutely. This it definitely seems like a game like Minecraft. But I love Minecraft.
Yeah.
It's one of those games you play for ages, and you put it down, you go away, and then you go, I want to play Minecraft again. You go back to it, and you play it for like a couple of days. Like, I can definitely see No Man's Sky being that sort of game.
Yeah.
Like, you play it first for so long, you put it down, go to something else, maybe come back. It'll always be in the back of your mind, like, no, I want to go back to it. And
yeah, no, I completely
that's what
agree.
excites me about it, because I love games that you go back to again and again. I mean,
yeah.
The Last of Us, right? I absolutely love that game, right?
Yeah.
I played it once, went to go through my second playthrough, and I was like, I don't know if I can finish it, because the game was perfect the first time, and when you know the story, it's a really story-driven game, so it's hard to just go back for because the combat and everything's good, but
yeah, that is true.
So
that is true of any story game you go back. I mean, numerous times I went back to Fallout, Skyrim. You would jump in and be like, "Where the heck? You know, what's happening story-wise?" So
dogs.
yeah, I know. This is going to be one thing you'll find throughout this podcast. There's probably going to be random noises. A busy house, unfortunately, that
we'll eventually get better recording equipment as well.
Yeah.
The third take?
Yeah, this is probably the third take. Yeah, a lot of editing problems. It's fine. We'll get there. We'll get there. So anyway, that was Hello Games, No Man's Sky release date. Number 5. Now this is my jam. This is what I want to talk about. The Division post-release update content. So this is April and May. Okay, this is only April and May. Free updates. You're going to get incursions. So in April, first free update will introduce the first incursion. It's a new challenging end game activity. So this is like raid material. You know, this like Destiny's raids, which is a lot of people were like, please have this, because if you're wanting to take Destiny down, this is what we need to have. So it's specifically for squad play. So what it says is teams will be able to test their skills as they face seemingly unstoppable enemies and to gain high level weapons and equipment. This update will also add one of the community's most wanted features, loot trading, which will allow players in the same group to trade loot during a co-op session, which is amazing.
Yeah,
so I wish so many games had this. You've got a really amazing gun, you find an even better gun, and you're like, oh well, I kind of don't need this one anymore. But there's maybe someone in your team hasn't found great high level material. You can say, oh hey, you know, I'll trade you this gun for just I don't know what.
I mean,
don't know how it's gonna work. But
as a Destiny player, straight off the bat, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, I gave up Destiny a while ago. I kind of got bored with it. Just not enough players to play with online. But that was one thing I was always like, why is this not in the game?
I mean, from a certain point, I can understand because of the whole RNG system. They really wanted to try and get the loot yourself, but the RNG can be really unforgiving. I mean, for so long, it took me to get to like level 30 or level 30.
Yeah.
You know, and literally all I was waiting on was a couple of shards.
Yeah.
And it took me like 2-3 weeks, and there's nothing I could do.
Yeah.
You know, and if they had some sort of trading system, there was maybe could have made it a fair, a harsh trading system. It's not super easy.
Yeah.
But anything to help out players, you know, reach maximum level is always good. Instead of just the constant grind up against the wall of doing the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah.
It's not enjoyable.
That is true.
This sounds like
that sounds good. Especially it's kind of randomised weapons, same weapons, different stat abilities, things like that. I mean, it will be really good. The other free update is Conflict. The second free update will add new features to the Dark Zone and add a new incursion into the iconic Columbus Circle. So it looks like they're going to be pretty good with this raid material, you know, add things in. You've also got 2 paid DLCs coming out. Expansion 1's called Underground, available in June. First major expansion lets players explore the uncharted underworld of New York City. Players will chase deadly enemies with up to 3 other agents through an endless maze of tunnels and subways. So basically giving you access to the underground in New York. Sounds good.
Sounds terrifying.
Yeah. Well, I haven't played through the 2 Division betas. The underground was, you know, as a kind of a maze. I mean, there's very limited kind of subway access, But even when you do go down, you're like, oh my god, this is pretty big.
Definitely feel like New York players are going to have the advantage.
Yeah, they probably will.
They're trained to work every day.
Fuck, I know this area. Expansion 2 Survival. This is like adding a kind of horde mode, like Gears of War. It's available in the summer, and it will challenge players to survive as long as they possibly can by gathering essential supplies in a very hostile environment. We'll need to see what these things are, but so far what we played of the Division, I mean, I showed you the closed beta, and then we played the open beta. I played on Xbox, we played PlayStation, but we really enjoyed it.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, we're looking forward to the Division. Talking about number 6, this follows up from EA pulling out of E3. They've said, nope, we're not going to have a booth, we're not going to do a conference, we're going to do our own thing, which is EA, what's it called? EA Play, I think it's called. There's something in Los Angeles and then something in London as well. So they are doing their own thing around about this time.
Yeah.
They're just not showing things off. Activision then followed up, said, nope, we're not doing any booths. They are going to show off the new Call of Duty, which I'd imagine they'll do after last year, kind of switching over to PlayStation, or was that the year? No, I'm sure it was last year they switched rather than coming on with Microsoft.
I can't remember.
I'm sure it was last year they kind of jumped onto the Sony bandwagon. I'm sure they'll show off Call of Duty during Sony's press conference.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know how else they're going to be there. I think it's Call of Duty, and they'll maybe show something else, but they're not going to have booths at
one thing like
E3.
When you go online, the one thing you see asked by a lot of gamers is just bring back the old Call of Duties.
Yeah.
Remakes. People are sick of remakes, but this is one thing they want. They want Modern Warfare 2 remake.
Yeah.
Maybe even Black Ops. Which I think is a brilliant idea.
Yeah. No, I would agree.
Three then packaged as one, or even just the two.
Yeah, like the Modern Warfare collection.
Yeah.
I would pay for that.
Absolutely, because in my opinion, Modern Warfare 2 is the best Call of Duty. Story in Modern Warfare 1 is better.
I prefer Modern Warfare 1. 2, better multiplayer, and I like the Spec Ops. Was it Spec Ops?
Yes.
Yeah, the Spec Ops thing, you get the stars, you do missions. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Some of them were brutal though, like the Juggernaut one at the airfield. Yeah, that was hard going.
Yeah, there's a way you could cheese it. There's a plane you could hide in.
Yeah, we learned that. That was good. So yeah, they'll be there. I'm reckoning it's Ghosts too. A lot of people think they're going to go back to World War. I don't. I think it will be Ghosts too.
Well, that's an interesting theory though, because they could go back to World War because Battlefield are.
But that's the thing. I mean, they don't know that these guys. This game must have been in development for at least a couple of years.
Yes.
So we'll just need to wait and see. I reckon Ghosts was probably the worst Call of Duty there's been in a long time. I never played it, but a lot. I mean, that is like what a lot of people say. Even critics are like, nah, it was kind of rubbish.
Yeah.
Fans weren't even, that happy with it. So, but I think they'll maybe. I can see them bringing it back to try and push the Ghost franchise forward. Say, first one wasn't great, second one's amazing. Much like Assassin's Creed 1, I really liked Assassin's Creed, but as a game, not the best.
It was really lacking in content.
Yeah. Then you've got Assassin's Creed 2, which was just like smack the ball out of the park.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I don't know what the hell's just happened there.
You're drawing a picture up.
Yeah, I think I've decided I'm drawing a picture. So yeah, another two companies have pulled out following up with this. Disney Interactive and Wargaming. So not Disney Interactive, I suppose, big company, but they're just not going to have booths. Basically,
it's two of the biggest companies, I'd say, pulling out.
EA and Activision. Well, Activision, I must admit, Activision never had. Yeah, okay, they're at E3 a lot. They show off Call of Duty, show off a few other games, but I wouldn't say they had like as big, a showing as EA did. EA had a full conference.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. A lot of us taking up sports. FIFA, Madden. Sports. But no, I mean, if these guys want to pull out, fair enough. See, at the end of the day, as long as I'm still getting a good conference out of them, in some respect, does not faze me.
Aye.
So that's that's everything we've got for gaming right now. I will hark back to what I said about Capcom. The news: Capcom have decided that rather than just make a new game, any kind of new content, which they should do, they've decided they're going to re-release Resident Evil 4, 5 and 6. But not in that order. They are coming out Resident Evil 6 first, then 5 and then 4.
Right, okay.
For the Xbox One and PS4. Don't understand why, because 6 is probably critically the worst Resident Evil they've had in a long time. 5, I liked 5, I must admit.
It was good, but it was not Resident Evil.
Yeah, way more action based.
A zombie survival shooter.
Yeah,
which is not what Resident Evil is.
4, I'd say, is probably one of the best Resident Evils, and they're making you wait, however long it's going to be for that one.
Aye.
So, Capcom, if anyone from Capcom is listening to this, which I highly doubt, but if you are, stop making these fucking remakes. No one fucking cares anymore. We've played Resident Evil to death. We don't give a fuck about it anymore. The last 2 games that they did, Street Fighter 5, right? Lacking in content.
Don't really care about that.
Yeah, I don't care about Street Fighter as well, but it's a husk of a game compared to Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
And that's only made because Sony backed it. Dead Rising 3, only made because Microsoft backed it. So, Capcom have not actually made anything themselves in a long time. This is the company that brought us like Devil May Cry, Dragon's Dogma, the Resident Evil franchise. I mean, really solid games. They haven't made fucking anything in ages. I know. And I think even I'm sure it was like in a shareholders meeting, they even said, no, our aim is to kick the arse out of the remaster franchise, I feel like. So Capcom can get to fucking my opinion. It's
just milking it.
Yeah, they are definitely milking it. People slag EA, but EA have done a fuck ton better. Mirror's Edge Catalyst, that's not going to make them big money. They're making that because the fans wanted it. Unravel, they knew that that's not going to be a franchise. Still, they were like, no, we'll back that. Those guys want back in the kind of goodwill train, if you like. Capcom are so far from the train tracks, it's unbelievable. They've fucking jumped off that train, ran across a field, jumped off a fucking cliff.
Look at Lost Planet.
Yeah, Lost Planet was amazing.
Yeah, first game especially.
Yeah, first game amazing. Second game they've relied too heavily on 4-player co-op, silly. And then they went, oh, we'll make this fucking Lost Planet 3 that you're in a big fucking mech, and nobody cared about that game. People were like, oh, fuck off, Lost Planet. Anyway, we'll see what happens with that. Last talking point. Films, like we said, we've not got. It's been a kind of quiet week for news.
Not our strong point, films, but
yeah, not our strong point.
We'll do our best, yeah.
A couple of things to point out here. Ghostbusters finally get trailered. The new one with the kind of all female lead. I saw the trailer. You haven't seen it yet. It looks okay. I mean, it looks fun. It looks like it'll be a good fun film to watch. It is very like Ghostbusters. From that one trailer, I didn't get the sense it's going to be better than the original 2 Ghostbusters. Yeah. But it did look, I must admit, like it kind of made me laugh. It looks quite fun, so go and check that out. That's on YouTube. It does look okay. It's given me confidence that it's not going to be terrible.
Yeah. I mean, all I've seen is just people's reactions online. The biggest reaction I've seen is just they're thinking it's Bridesmaids 2 with ghosts.
Yeah. I think a lot of people have taken a kind of sexist approach to it. We don't want all female. And I must admit, I was kind of the same. I was like, all female Ghostbusters? Are you fucking joking? But
not for a sexist reason, just because.
Yeah, I was just like, what? I wanted Ghostbusters 3. Like I wanted the original. Sadly, that can't be the case.
To be honest, I don't really like an all male or all female cast. I like a mix.
Yeah,
that's why
it doesn't really faze me. I just kind of was hoping for a Ghostbusters 3. Yeah. This is apparently nothing to do with Ghostbusters 1 and 2. It's meant to be a hard reboot. But if you watch the trailer, I mean, in the trailer it's like 30 years ago, a team of people saved the world. So it's like, hang on, I thought this was a hard reboot. Surely you should not even mention the last Ghostbusters. We'll see what happens.
It'll probably be like that it was all a dream.
Yeah, exactly. Next bit of news, Michael Fassbender is due to return for the sequel to the Assassin's Creed movie, so they must be pretty confident that it's going to do well. Sequel already in the works.
Well, to be honest, they try and sign them up for as many as they can now, because look at
all the Marvel films. Everyone gets like a 6 film deal.
I'm trying to think of an example though. Like, but it's like there's been films made before, but the second one is never the same guy.
Yeah, exactly. But they try to kind of contractually keep them in.
Did okay, but the second one always flops because of that. So they always try and secure as many films as they can, just in case. So
I can see Assassin's Creed doing well, and the reason I can see it doing well is because funnily enough, the games fail. The games brought in this kind of, oh look, there's a sci-fi thing. We're in a lab. You can go back in time using this fucking machine. That is the part of Assassin's Creed that people in the games industry were like, I don't give a fuck about this. Because in the first one, it was really interesting. You were like, what's going to happen here? The second one, okay, it was still kind of interesting. The third one was like, I could not care less about this stuff if you tried. Fourth one, in my opinion, is probably the best.
What was the first one again? That was
what was the first one?
No, the third one.
Third one was like pre-colonial.
What's it called again?
It was just Assassin's Creed 3.
No, was it not the one of the side ones?
No. Okay, tell I. You're right. Yeah. There was Revelations and Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
Yeah.
I cannot remember what the modern day stuff was in that. So, therefore, irrelevant.
Yeah.
The third one was so bad, it was like all to do with this fucking god. I just was so shit. It was not a good end to the story. Whereas I think in a film, that would work better. I just feel absolutely. That would, the sci-fi thing could be a lot better because there just was no decent gameplay in that respect. So, we'll see how that turns out. Thief, the game franchise. Apparently they're turning that into a movie.
Which I think could be really good.
Yeah, it could be. They'll certainly probably do better than the game as well. And then Sylvester Stallone, he is to apparently appear in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. That's just a wee kind of thought the thing. I was like, oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what he would be doing in it, but I'd quite like to see that.
I made a Rocky cameo.
He seems to do a lot of that these days. But the last point of the show, especially for films, the Venom film, a film that got cancelled. Spider-Man after it was due.
Wait, was this the Spider-Man 4 cancelled one?
Yeah, because no, there was going to be a Venom franchise. They wanted to make a Venom film, and it was in the same Andrew Garfield Spider-Man kind of universe. It was going to happen. Sinister Six was going to happen. They're all going to link in. Amazing Spider-Man 2 came out. Did not do as well as they expected. It still did okay. But
I enjoyed it though.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as well, but I can see why it didn't do as well. And I think then they had, I don't know who it was, executives somewhere in Sony went, we are fucking this up. We're not making money like we want to. And they decided, to make the deal with Marvel that Spider-Man could join the MCU and they could share, properties across the board. Now, the thing about the Venom movie, as much as it's been revived, so they've obviously kind of figured out a way to do it. Apparently it's going to stand alone from Spider-Man, which I don't know how the fuck you do that. I don't know how you make me care about Venom without having Spider-Man there.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Nah, it's a very strange direction to go in, because it's like yin and yang. Venom comes from Spider-Man. He has such a hatred of Spider-Man because Spidey rejected the symbiote. He was like, fuck off, I don't need you. So Venom and through him, Eddie Brock, I've always been like, nah, let's go against Spider-Man. Anti-hero, don't get me wrong, he does become an anti-hero. There's been a few different people who've been, I would think Flash Thompson, he has been like the bully from the school. He ended up becoming Venom. And all different kind of ways that the symbiotes reacted to people. Venom's a really interesting character.
Yeah, he's probably one of the best characters that's ever come out of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just a shame that they didn't really do it right in Spider-Man 3.
Oh my God. Do not even talk to me about Spider-Man 3. Oh.
The most gutting thing is there was meant to be a Spider-Man 4. It was Tobey Maguire,
Yeah.
and it was going to be Carnage in it.
Yes, that's
And,
true. I remember
You know, for any
hearing that.
Spider-Man fan, that straight away sounds amazing, but
After what they did with Venom,
yeah,
do not even dare bring Carnage into it. So no, I think if they want to bring him in, I would like to see him in this MCU universe. So we'll wait and see what happens with that.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all the talking points for the show. So anything else you'd like to add?
no. Oh, a new update came out for Clash of Clans.
Oh, fuck off with your Clash of Clans, pish. That's not going to take place in this podcast. If I have anything
We'll
to
have
say
a
about
topic
it.
just for it, right? When you leave the room.
No, you can have a
Just
topic.
one-on-one.
You can just film your own thing in the Cosy Couch, but fucking Clash of Clans. There's probably anyone who's listening to this is like, I play Clash of Clans.
Exactly. Like,
I'm
what's he
probably the
talking about?
minority. I just cannot fucking go that game. So yeah.
Just
Anyway,
wrap up now, but quickly see. I showed you on the PlayStation 4. There's new levels out for Rocket League.
Yeah.
The arenas. What do you think of them?
I really like them, and now that it's on Xbox One, yeah, I can't wait for them to add that stuff
Yeah.
in. That
I'm sure
changes
it'll
the
come over
game
soon,
quite a
yeah.
bit. Yeah, I'd imagine so. It'll be on pretty quickly. I'd
If you've not
imagine.
seen them, go and check them out. Really interesting. It's not just a basic arena. They've now got like obstacles in the way. Or
Yeah. Now
this one
I
was
mean,
just one
the
goal.
goal's dead in the middle, or there's like ledges at the side. Just kind of changes the gameplay a
Yeah.
bit. They're really nailing it. I mean, on Xbox, the only difference we have is the snow day, which I really like. The hockey puck. That I can't stop playing that.
You'll get everything eventually.
Yeah, we'll get it all
Can't imagine it'll
eventually.
be too long.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll wrap the podcast up there, seeing as we're probably running late.
Yeah.
But like he said earlier on, if you like this, we're going to try and make it better. Try and better recording equipment.
It's all trial and error.
Yeah, that says all trial and error. But we'll see how this goes. We'll get this edited up, and we don't know when it's going to be. We don't know how frequent it's going to be. We'll
Aim
pick.
for once a week.
Yeah, we'll pack it out. It will be out once a week, but
Hopefully weekends.
We'll pack a day, try and get out. Weekends usually quite quiet for news, so hopefully aim for the weekend.
Yeah.
And this is.
So please like us, please follow us.
Yeah, we've got a Twitter. It's
At the Cosy Couch.
at the Cozy Couch. We've got a
Same
Facebook.
on YouTube.
Yeah,
Same on
Facebook page as
all
well.
at the
It's
Cosy
all
Couch.
the Cozy Couch because no one in their right mind would call anything the Cozy Couch.
Myself on Twitter, I'm Nick Solo89.
At Dirk Saxon. Also, that's my gamer tag on Xbox Live, Dirk Saxon. If you want to add me, play games, I'm happy to have more people, seeing as all my friends keep jumping over to the PlayStation. So, please make friends with me. What about yourself? Over in PlayStation?
Please be excited for E3. I'm the Grim Reaper 89. Add me if you want. I play Destiny, play Battlefield, play a lot of Rocket League, so any of those games, come join me.
Yeah. So add us both on all your social media sites, whatever you want to follow us on. We'll
Any
try.
support, greatly appreciated.
Yeah. I mean, we're not asking for money or anything. This is a free thing. We're doing this. It's our passion. We've always wanted to make a podcast, so we're starting at the very bottom level. We'll try and take it as far as we possibly can. Some people are like, oh yeah, I've got 1 million followers. This is the best thing in the world. If we got 100 people to view our stuff, to subscribe, that would be like 1 million to us.
Yeah.
We would be so happy. So
thankful, yeah. So thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah. So thank you very much. This
See you
was the
soon.
Cozy Couch. See you soon. We'll kind of roll through this now.
I made the stupid mistake.
Well,
I didn't remind me.
8 bars, you fanny. Oh, we're so shit at this.